Hi everybody, I'm Chloe and this is my tank. She's not in her final form yet and she's also really dirty, so don't judge me. This tank has literally been through so much. I got it almost 2 years ago on Facebook Marketplace. This is a 55-gallon. It also came with the base. I think I paid maybe $100 for this whole setup, which I feel like is a really good deal. The base is just this like wood cabinet. I kind of styled it with some books, and then I also made this trellis up here for my monsteras. I have had these in since day one and they love being in here. This is definitely one of my favorite features. When I was thinking about what I wanted my tank to look like, I knew that I wanted plants above the tank and the aquatic plants in the tank. So I finally feel like the monsteras above the tank are looking like how I want them to look. This trellis is a pretty new addition actually. I just built it because I noticed that the new leaves that were coming up did not have the same amount of fenestration as these leaves. So I'm hoping with more support, they'll be able to grow bigger and have more of the fenestration on them. I just got them maybe a month ago, 2 months ago, and all 3 of these leaves are actually new. So it's definitely adjusting really well. Even though it's the middle of winter here in Chicago, it's still growing at a really good pace. I also have some Hoya, and this is a philodendron. I'm not sure exactly the name. I accidentally cut the roots off of this, so it's struggling a little bit right now, but it does have some new growth, so hopefully it'll bounce back soon. So today I need to do a water change. I also want to clean out my filter. I have the Fluval, I want to say 307 canister filter. I love it. I don't have to do a ton of maintenance. I think the last time I cleaned it was maybe 3 or 4 months ago. So we're gonna go ahead and rinse that out and then scrub the inside. I have this rose quartz bridge situation that I built, and it always gets super covered in algae, and then because the plants haven't grown in a lot yet, you can see the glass back here, and the glass always also has algae on it. So we'll do some cleaning and a water change and hopefully get this looking a little bit better. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and get started by scraping the glass. I use this razor blade for the glass, and then I use a toothbrush for this rose quartz thing right here. Because of the texture of the rock, it was really hard to use like actual aquarium sponges, so this is a toothbrush that I obviously only use for tank stuff, and then I also rinse it in discarded tank water before I stick it back in the tank. I feel like that already looks so much better. I've kind of just accepted that there'll always be some algae on the rocks, partly because the way that my aquarium sits, it gets a lot of natural sunlight, so the algae grows a lot quicker. And I don't have a lot of snails in there right now. Those are my favorite algae eaters. The shrimp will sometimes be on there cleaning the rocks, but I never notice like a noticeable difference in the amount of algae or not, even though I have a million shrimp eating all the time. So it's fine, it's part of the aesthetic. It can be a little bit green. Next we're gonna go ahead and siphon out some of this water and do a partial water change. I'm always so worried that I'm gonna accidentally suck up a shrimp when I do this, and it's actually happened 1 or 2 times, but for the most part they're really strong swimmers, so they can stay away from the suction. Have this bucket down here filled up with water from the tank. I'm actually going to use that to rinse the media in the filter and clean everything out. It's important that we're using water from the tank because we want to keep all of that really good beneficial bacteria alive. Okay, so I'm actually going to start by closing up these tubes right here. This is gonna keep all of the water in the tube and make it easier for us to restart it later. So I'm gonna flip that up, and then I'm going to unplug my filter. To figure out which plug it is. Okay, yeah. After it's unplugged, we can go ahead and disconnect the tubes and pull it out. Okay, so this is the Fluval 307 canister filter. I want to say it's recommended for 75 gallons and more. I got it for my 55 gallon because I knew that I really wanted to overstock my tank. Hopefully we will get there one day. So I wanted it to be able to filter quite a bit of water. So let's open it up. Like I said, I usually do maintenance on this once every few months. I think the last time I cleaned it was 4 or 5 months ago. But all of my water parameters are fine. Actually, the last time that I opened this up, oh shoot, I found a bunch of baby shrimp living inside. Hopefully we don't find anything like that this time. As you can see, it's pretty nasty looking. But like I said, all of my water testing parameters have been more than fine. Okay, let's go ahead and get these sponges out of here, and then I'm just going to rinse them off in my clean-ish tank water back here. Pretty nasty looking. Like I said, this is months of no maintenance. So I'm just dipping it in the water and then wringing it out until the water looks a little bit cleaner. Before and after. Definitely looks better. The reason we don't want to rinse these off is because the solid surfaces like these with more surface areas, that's going to be what the beneficial bacteria can cling on to. So the more surfaces we have like this, the more beneficial bacteria in our tank, which is going to be better for our nitrogen cycle. It's going to keep our tank looking clear and being healthy. So I don't want to rinse this off with water that is not from my tank because it could be harmful to the beneficial bacteria that's already on this. It doesn't look a whole lot cleaner, but it is cleaner. It's going to be able to catch more solid debris and waste from the tank while still housing all of our beneficial bacteria that's going to break down the sludge and stuff that's in there. Let's go ahead and do the other one. They also feel lighter. Like this one that I haven't washed yet feels a lot heavier than this one that I have washed, even if it doesn't look like there's the biggest difference in the world. This water to water my houseplants. The fish poop and other stuff in here is like a natural fertilizer for them. So if you have houseplants and you want to minimize your water waste, that is a great way to do it. I'm gonna go find a plant to dump this in and I'll be right back. Okay, I just gave us a little bit of extra room. You can see the water level is down here now. There's not a whole lot of water left in here, but I'm gonna go ahead and dump that in. And then we can take out our media baskets. You can also customize this, so if you need to add anything specific for your tank, you totally can. Oh, I forgot, I put these water softener pillows in there. I need to recharge those. But yeah, it has space for you to add other components if you want. Those are the pellets, and then we have more filter floss and more sponge down here. let's get this filter up and running again. It's really easy to start back up. We're gonna put the lid back on. Okay, put it on in the correct direction. Make sure that that little indent is lined up, and then it'll snap back on just like that. Next, there's a label on here, in and out. We're gonna want to make sure that that matches up with our in and out tubes back there. We don't want the out tube going in and vice versa. All right, now I'm going to pull down this red lever to reattach. And then this lever lets the water back in. Now we can go ahead and get it plugged in. Sometimes that noise means there's water stuck in the pipe. I'm just gonna pump it out with this lever until it gets going again. All right, there we go. It's really powerful. So right now, because there's not a lot of water in here, it's literally splashing everywhere. But don't worry, we're gonna go ahead and get her filled back up. Gorgeous she's looking. I got the snails out enjoying the fresh water. Pleco was just out here a second ago, but I don't see him anymore. It'll look even better tomorrow once the debris has settled to the bottom and the filter's been working at its full power for a little bit, but it's already looking way better than what we started out with. I can't wait until the plants grow in more on the top and then also in the tank in this bald area over there. My vision for like the final product is so planted and overgrown that you cannot see the back of the tank at all. So hopefully we can get there one day. This is actually my favorite time of day for the tank. Let me turn the lights off and show you why. Bye, thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys come back for updates.